Hey folks, welcome to Spearfield USA. I'm Ryan.
I'm Justin.
I'm Zac.
Welcome to another episode. We're down here in the Bourbon Holler, just outside of
Beautiful.
Morgantown, West Virginia. Zac, tell the folks what we're getting into today.
Well, Old MacDonald had a Star Hill farm. That's what we're getting into today. This is the second expression of Maker's Mark's wheat whiskey. It is Star Hill Farm 2026 edition.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but can't wait to get into it.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Bourbon Holler, the bourbon podcast that's not
We're not
a
podcast.
at all. And I am very excited because this is the new iteration of Maker's Mark's Star Hill Farm. Last year they came out with the first iteration of this, which was...
I loved it.
Fantastic.
It was so good.
It was incredible.
So good.
Big fan. The first time that Maker's Mark changed it up with a new mashbill in a long time. We could wax on eloquently about this for a while, but I'll defer to you, gentlemen. What do you think about this? Do you remember last year's? What do you think about Maker's Mark branching out here?
Honestly, last year's, I didn't get a bottle, but I got to try yours a few times. It was one of my bottles of the year, honestly. Like, I loved that one. I sang about it to everybody. It was a little hard to come by, if you didn't know where to look. But I also want to point out something that maybe not everybody points out. The cap on this. The cap.
Yeah, it's like stone. It's great.
The cap on this. It's made of stone.
Oh.
It's made of, touch it. It's made of stone.
That's
How many
nice.
people are doing that?
That is nice.
We love a good cap. And this
And a good pop.
Good
and
pop.
a good pop.
Good
And
pop.
a good pop.
Yeah, I think this was one of our biggest oversights for Whiskey of the Year last year.
Yeah.
Because none of us ended up putting it in our
Yeah.
in our contenders. So that was our big oversight because I think it would have performed really well. Like this cork would perform if you needed a pestle for a mortar and pestle, or if you needed a security apparatus, if somebody's running at you, you could knock an eye with this pretty well.
Break a windshield?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So
Car safety.
the Star Hill Farm, again, people are going to look at this and be like, this is Maker's Mark? There's no red wax on it. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yes, they wanted this to stand out a little bit. This is an homage to their literal Star Hill Farm, which is where they produce and do a ton of sustainable and regenerative agriculture there on the property. Now, obviously, they're not getting all of their grains that they use for Maker's Mark on their Star Hill Farm property, but they have regenerative farming practices there, and they do grow a lot of wheat, and the wheat that they have been sourcing for a number of years, they use to distill into a wheat whiskey that goes into this product right here. Last year, I was fortunate enough to travel with my partner to get a behind-the-scenes tour that they offered last year, where we got to go into the experimental rick houses where they were aging these. They're kind of at a high point out on their property that is far away from the distillery.
Okay.
But if you've ever been to the distillery, you will know they have livestock. They have an apiary. They have a garden there where they're growing all kind of stuff that they serve in the restaurant. They're all about sourcing local ingredients, doing it in a sustainable way. They want to be, good partners with the ecological environment around them. And so, big thumbs up to them. This is a whiskey that's made and crafted in that spirit. So I can't say enough good things about it.
If you've
As
never,
you can tell, I just delivered a small sermon
No.
on Star Hill Farm wheat whiskey.
It's worth it. If you've never been to Star Hill Farm, you need to go. It's a little bit out there, but boy, is it worth it. It's such a property. They treat their employees terrific. I feel like every time I go there, I see a familiar
true.
face. Like, folks enjoy working there. They're doing some cool stuff.
And so we have a 116.4 proof. I'm not sure how that compares to last year's variety.
It's very similar.
Okay.
Yep.
27% wheat, 62% malted wheat, and 11% malted barley on the mash bill. And Zac, doesn't this vary, the wheat variety they use in this varies from last year?
Last year was 70-30 soft red wheat. It was all soft red wheat and then malted barley. So this has some different wheat varietals in it. So that should be a good little, a good little experiment on how these different grains are affecting your final products and the taste profiles. I think we'll probably have to compare them at some point here.
I'm even
pass
more
me your
excited
glasses.
now.
Because I have not obviously tried this yet. I got this recently in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania dropped them rather early, which is unlike Pennsylvania. But I have obviously not tried this yet because this was a fresh crack.
And you're
I
heading
will
back, right?
say,
You're heading back to the...
I am heading back to Maker's Mark here. By the time this video comes out, I will have already been there. And I'm going to acquire a little bit more of this and hopefully learn a little bit more about this and what sets it apart from the 2025 release. But the 2025 release got some hype, but I feel like it was underhyped.
Yeah.
Even though it got a lot of popularity and good reviews from people, I feel like it was still underrated. In my personal opinion, I loved it, and wheat whiskey is having a moment, and I'm glad for it.
I feel like the folks I saw talking about it didn't have anything bad to say about it, but there weren't as many folks talking about it as I would have expected for how good it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so many good memories of you, 2025 Star Hill Farm. So I hope 2026 lives up to it.
And quick note, just to talk about their sustainability, the paper they use on their labels is made from the wheat fiber.
Yep.
The byproduct.
Is it really?
Yeah. How neat's that?
It's pretty cool. I mean, they literally, on the tour, they literally take you out into the fields where they are growing that same wheat variety, where they harvested, where it came from, where the distillate came from. So it's pretty cool and a unique experience to try the whiskey that was grown in the same field on which you're standing.
Right,
like you're
right.
on the same soil.
It doesn't get much more
That
harm to
produced it.
glass than that, does it?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. So
Grass
much.
to glass.
I mean, truly, yeah, that's about right.
Ooh, the nose on this is very interesting.
Oh, it really is.
It stands up tall.
It's cinnamony, gingerbread,
Cinnamon,
peach.
I could see that. Oh, peach is interesting.
Yeah, there's like a peachy stone fruit note on the nose.
Definitely got the cinnamon, little hint of Big Red.
Big red.
Big red.
And I tend to enjoy the wheated whiskeys. They're a little softer, a little sweeter.
Tend to be, right? And soft red wheat is a fairly common wheat variety, but this one has hard red wheat as one of the
What would you say
wheat
is
varietals.
the difference between soft and hard red wheat, or do you know?
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, and the glass is going to speak for itself, yeah.
yeah. I think it has to do with like the husk on the
okay.
on the wheat variety.
Husk.
That's a fun word.
How easy it is to crack? Yeah.
Yeah, I see the peach that you're talking about on the nose, almost like peach that still has the skin on it.
Ooh. Oh, that's different than last year.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow.
That's got ginger. Mm-hmm. That's got a ginger note.
It's got a ginger burn to it for sure.
Yeah, it does.
Ginger burn. I'm almost getting like cherry starburst.
Yeah, it's got. I was just gonna say cherry.
Yeah,
cherry starburst is a very specifically good note. It's also kind of chocolatey.
Okay.
Like a chocolate
Okay.
biscuit. Right. Oh.
Like, I feel like the wheat's singing in that chocolate note. It's almost like a chocolate scone, maybe.
Like not a milk chocolate, but like a cocoa.
Yeah,
No, it's a chocolate pastry sort of thing.
for sure.
Oh man,
That's pleasant.
what's happening?
The cinnamon still sings through, I think, in the palate. Like,
Yeah.
there's cinnamon, there's some other spices. The ginger might overtake the cinnamon, I think, on like the burn and the spice to a degree, but the cinnamon, I think, might still be there.
That is It's an interesting burn. It's not your normal sort of ethanol burn. It really is like a ginger burn. And I mean, we're getting into the weeds here, but there's this. I don't know the name brand, but there's like a ginger chewy candy, and I can't remember what the name brand is. But I mean,
I don't think I've had that.
we're getting a little bit on this.
That's
here.
interesting, though. Oh man,
There's like a biscuity note towards the end too, like a little honey biscuit kind of thing. Oh, That's got something.
That's got a few layers.
That's got some things to say, doesn't it? That's got some things to say. That's nice.
It is.
It's also got a nice oakiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is like a 7 and 8 year blend.
It's
Does it say?
It does. Let's see here. Barreled 2017, 2018. So we're looking at
Yeah. So
yep. 8 and 9.
8 and 9.
Yeah. And this is this might fall into that sort of ginger, but I'm getting like almost an herbal tea.
Oh, okay.
Just a hint of herbal tea.
I could see that. Like, I'm kind of focusing on the mouthfeel here. I don't know about you guys, but the legs on this thing are insane. Like, it's just line in my glass. It's pretty oily, like decently oily. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
This has some Rickhouse funk, doesn't it?
I agree.
And maybe that's a wheat whiskey thing. A lot of wheat whiskeys have a little bit of funkiness to them.
Sure.
This does. And I mean that in a really good way. A really good way. What sweet notes are you getting?
Yeah, that's the
I'm
next thing.
searching, trying to identify the sweet notes. Mm-hmm. They're there, but like they're a little nondescript.
I just think that they're overshadowed by some of the spicier
the ginger
notes on this.
The ginger and the spice is definitely in the forefront.
And sort of the cocoa pastry sort of notes.
Yeah, there's like cherry, honey. There's some kind of like deeper sweetness that I'm having trouble with. But yeah, the oiliness of this is crazy. That's a standout.
The oiliness is definitely there.
Yes.
Is it almost like a nougat sweetness? Like semi like pseudo chocolate, pseudo cocoa?
Yeah. It's marzipan.
Okay, marzipan.
Isn't that Fred Minnick's club? Marzipan.
Oh yeah, Club Marzipan.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's like a sweet almond. It's in that ballpark.
I'd agree. I couldn't tell you the last time I had marzipan on its own, though.
Yeah, it's usually with something else. But, yeah. Oh, excellent. What do you think?
Pleasant.
What do you think?
I mean, I think it's not your typical, but then again, you said there's like a hard wheat or what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not. So there's some good soft wheat whiskeys out there.
They tend to be very fruity.
Yeah, very fruity, very kind of sweet. What's the Rick? They do the Rick House proof with the soft. What's that?
Ben Holiday.
Ben Holiday.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Very different from that. In a good way.
Yeah, Ben Holiday has the like zebra stripe gum fruitiness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm definitely getting that. It's not overly sweet. Yeah. For some reason, I'm getting like an herbal tea, and that ginger.
The ginger's big.
And sort of just that sort of slightly sweet, almost savory sort of pastry on this.
Nice.
This has quite a few layers. It's pretty varied. I feel like this one is more aggressive than last year's.
Yep.
I think it's a little bit more aggressive.
A little more complex.
Potentially more complex.
It's a little more 50 Shades.
Sure. Yeah, there you go. It's a little more aggressive. It's gonna let you know it's there, both in the not just the burn of the alcohol, but the burn of the spices there with that ginger. But then it kind of comforts you a little bit with some of the other sweeter notes that it's got. This is a really interesting pour.
All right, y'all. Let's makers mark this up and give it some scores. What do you think on the nose?
The nose is inviting.
Yeah.
It is quite inviting.
It is. It's more fruity on the nose.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's certainly more fruity on the nose than it is in the palate, I think.
It'll surprise you a little bit.
It will.
It'll
bite you.
It'll get you. Little 50 Shades. I think the nose is probably the low point for me.
Oh yeah.
But still, Above average out of 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. I agree. 3.5.
Yeah, you guys are
It's got a lot of layers.
stealing my brainwaves here. I was going to go 3.5 as well.
Easy. Look at that.
Boom.
We're all in the same connection. Okay, palate. This should be very interesting.
Yeah.
Palate.
4. It's interesting because that 116 and change, I think for me at least, punches a little bit above its weight, and that burn is a ginger burn. Mm-hmm. Like it's
weird.
different. It is different, but it's more complex on the palate than the nose, and you just sort of discover just a few more things that you weren't expecting when you were nosing it.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4 on the palate as well. It's one that has a lot of interesting layers. It's super unique, and it just kind of slowly grips you, right? Like,
Yeah.
it comes on like kind of slow and easy at first, and then it gets stronger the more you drink it. It's very interesting. 4.
Yeah, 4 for me as well for similar reasons. Like, I haven't had many whiskeys that do what this does, honestly, both in flavor as well as that grip that they're talking about there with the burn. Because the burn, both from the proof and the ginger note that brings kind of the spice here, they kind of grab you at the same time. And it's kind of a slow, but then a little bit more quick as it leads into the finish. But that... Yeah, it's what a whiskey to explore on the palate.
Yeah. It's just something you don't necessarily see every day from a wheat whiskey.
Right. Yeah, it's not entirely what you expect. This is much more aggressive. It comes on a little bit smooth, but towards the back palate, and especially leading into the finish, there it gets a little more aggressive.
Speaking of the finish,
Speaking of,
am I going first?
Go first.
may as well.
This finish surprised me.
Yeah.
In a really good way. I think it builds beautifully. I think this is one of the most viscous and hangabout kind of pours that I've had this whole year. This is if you had a no soliciting sign in your palate, this just doesn't care, okay? Because it hangs around forever. And it builds with a great balance, and the sweetness comes back on the finish for me. And it also has a really nice funky note. I'm giving it a 4.5 on the finish.
Oh, man.
It is my favorite part of this pour.
Wow.
Love it.
It sticks around, and you do explore a few more new things on the finish than on the nose and the palate. 4 on the finish for me.
Okay. Even with the palate for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be a little different. I want to love the palate. I do. I see what you're talking about, Zach, with like the buildup that this has being so different. The sweetness kind of coming back towards the end. I love the mouthfeel on this. The oiliness that this has. The legs in the glass are terrific. They're beautiful. Has all those elements that like I would want to love the finish. But for me, what is going to tick it down a little bit to a 3.5 is that the grip that ginger and burn from the ginger spice and the grip from the proof on this, it's just a little bit too strong for me. It grips me just a little too hard. I mean, it's I can drink heavy proof stuff all day, so it's not necessarily that. I think, at least for my palate, that specific spiciness to it is just a little bit overpowering. It kind of overshadows a lot of the other things for me. It's part of the ride though for this, which is fun. It's interesting. It's very different, but it kind of reaches a little bit into the extreme for me.
Yeah. So you're saying if you like it a little bit rough, this whiskey is for you.
There you go.
Yeah.
I honestly, I am very interested to try this with a little bit of water in it. That kind
Yeah,
of thing.
that's
See
a
how
good
that
point.
opens up a
That's a
little
good
bit.
point.
You know.
Yep.
Just tried that a little bit. So what are we thinking? Scores are kind of varied here between.
We really are.
Yeah.
We've got
Little varied
quite a
So
variance
overall,
here.
what do we think?
What does this sit price wise?
It's $100.
$100. Okay. I mean,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
not bad. That was kind of a decent deal for last year's as well. Like, for what they're offering, super limited, that kind of thing. Like, not every big name distiller is gonna only ask $100 for a limited release. So,
So I hate to say this, but what it is and what goes into it, kind of sways a little bit for me. Like, not everybody is taking the leftover from the wheat and turning it into their labels.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of cool elements to this.
And the
And
fact,
if you go to makers, you appreciate it on an even more level.
Yeah, I mean, they're like
Even higher level.
They're like a certified B Corp. All those good things. Like Maker's Star Hill Farm, they're doing terrific stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. love
Finish.
the
Sorry,
company.
I cut you off.
I try not to let it cloud my judgment here, but I would say a 4 overall.
Yeah.
For me.
I agree. Definitely a 4. I think it's super interesting. The story behind it's really cool. If you want to learn more about it, Makers will give you a little bit more information about it. And if you can go there, man, it amps it up even more.
It really
it's
does.
such a cool story.
The experience
Such a cool place.
at Star Hill Farm is just terrific. Especially if you can get there whenever the stuff that they have on the farm there is growing and blooming and everything like that. It's absolutely beautiful. I will third the 4 on the overall.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is.
That's a 4. Well, gents, I couldn't let this opportunity pass us up.
There
I'm
we
going to
go.
pass out
buddy.
some more Glens.
What's
because
coming?
I think you know what's coming. We're going to
I don't
compare
know what it
it
could be.
with the
There it
2025
is.
Star Hill Farm, all right?
There she be.
Equally evil deterrent on the cork.
Yeah, love those corks.
There you go. Pour it up there. There are some similarities. We talked about some differences. Age statement is right on. I think this is 2016 and 2017. That was 2017, 2018. So the aging is pretty much identical.
Yep.
But again, this is all soft red wheat, so it's a little bit different. Also, the proof is
2 points lower.
2 points lower
Okay.
on this. This is a 114 and some change. That was a 116 and some change. So, you know, it doesn't seem like that big a specs difference
Right.
from reading the labels. But let's see how that plays out in the glass. We just went through and tried the 2026. Yeah, get yourself a little bit more if you want. But I think it's
automatically.
night.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2025 is so much softer on the nose. It's so much more like fruit, like almost a red licorice on the nose from the 2025,
yeah.
right?
It's like red licorice. What else is in there?
It's so different. Like a honey. It's not near as like spicy.
No, there's not a lot of spice in the nose. I think the only spice or whatever that you're getting out of this is the alcohol burn.
Yeah, wow.
If you really get your nose in there anyway.
It's definitely fruitier.
Oh,
It's a little bit more astringent. The spices are softer.
Yeah, much softer on the spices. That allows the sweetness of this to kind of bloom a little bit more. Much more fruit forward, like you said.
This has more of a vanilla on it too.
Yeah, it's like vanilla. It's stewed fruit of some kind, maybe like maybe stewed pears or apple or
Yeah, an
Some kind of
apple
orchard.
cherry kind of note.
some kind of orchard something.
Yeah, it's so different. The funkiness really kicks.
Yeah.
hard. I will say what is similar is the oiliness of it. Like they both have that quality to it that I think really makes the latter half of the palate and the finish really sing.
My glass is almost mirroring my previous one. It's just line of the legs.
That's a real strength of this. So if you're into something with a good, long-lasting finish, there you go.
This
Star
one
Hill
will
Farm is where it's at.
Yeah. To point out,
yeah.
2025, 750 mLs.
Oh, I just
2026, 700 mLs.
I just noticed this one is
Also
little,
true. That one's a little bit
petite.
more robust.
You're getting a couple less pours out of the 2026.
Dang international market.
Yeah, we're moving equal with the EU over there.
Yeah. But like the ginger note, the like little bit of pepperiness that is here is not in the 2025.
Yeah.
It's not as aggressive.
It's not taking you to the hotel in 50-50 shades of gray. And it's
No, that
Yeah.
one's not packing any handcuffs.
If it does, there.
Let me ask you something. On the 2026, if you were trying it blind and somebody told you it was a rye whiskey or something with a high rye, would you believe it?
Interesting.
I think I would consider it, but it doesn't quite have the rye funk. You know.
Yeah, there's
It's
no
got-
herbal.
It's got the rye
note to
spice,
it.
but not the funk.
But
So-
some of the sweeter ryes, like there's a real cross section. That's the reason why I asked it. It's like, yeah, there's the ryes with like the mentholy, herbally kind of note to it that I love. But then there are other ryes that sometimes get really sweet and bring out like some of the like vanilla and darker tones and don't have so much of those notes.
Right.
For me, yes.
The Venn diagram crosses over.
Oh yeah, you'd say yeah to that.
Yeah, as you guys know, I don't drink as many ryes as you all do. But as I mentioned earlier, this did give me some sort of herbal tea sort of thing, which when I drink ryes, sort of that gives me a little bit of that herbal. But it's a different kind of spice though, but that sort of background herbalness.
Yeah.
So I could be tricked into thinking that was a rye.
Yeah, some ryes have more of that like tea, cinnamon, ginger kind of component to them every once in a while. So I just say that because if you're somebody that enjoys a rye, I think the 2026 is going to be up your alley.
That's a fair point.
I really do. I think it's worth a shot, especially if you like a higher rye bourbon or are leaning into ryes. I think 2026 you might prefer over 2025. I mean, the moral of the story here is that these are really different.
Yeah.
And it is
markedly.
incredibly interesting to mark the difference because obviously these are coming from the same place, the same soil, the same climate. For a majority of their life, sans 1 year, they're aging in the same exact climate, the same microclimate, probably the same rickhouse or two. Like, that's a really neat way to compare these side by side and say, like, wow, the source of your distillate. Now, there could be variation in the barrels, of course, for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, the variation between these two, with so many elements shared, is really interesting. A really great case study.
That's a terrific
whiskey.
point. That's a really terrific point.
Thanks, Justin.
No, that's well put. Well put. I don't. It is very interesting to have these next to each other and see just how different they are.
Okay, I'm going to make you pick one. Which do you like best?
That's tough. And I will say though, the mash bills are fairly different.
Yeah, they are.
You know, you have double the barley. I think in the 2026. Where do I have it reversed? Yeah, I have it reversed. You have double the barley in the 2025.
Yeah, this has malted wheat in it. A lot of malted wheat. This has just 27% malted soft red wheat. There's a big difference. It's crazy. So which one? Which one do you like?
It's 2025 for me.
You like 2025?
Yeah, they're both terrific. But the hold that ginger burn on the 26 gives, it's really abrasive. It's really aggressive. It's not entirely in a bad way, but it's just surprising. It's surprising on how tight of a grip that has.
So I'm perplexed here.
Okay.
If I wanted something that I didn't necessarily drink every day, like I wanted to go to a little tasting bar, have something different, I would choose the 2026.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
But if I was choosing sort of an everyday drinker or something that I reached for, on the regular, it would be the 2025. I think the 2026 is it's more complex. It's more interesting. But overall, I think I'd lean towards the 2025 too.
I have a seasonal answer.
Okay.
I think right now I like the
Winter,
2025.
summer. Yep.
Yep. I like the fruitiness and funkiness combination of the 2025. But when it gets colder,
I mean,
I'm probably going to like the 2026 better.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Like, once you hit those colder months, this is going to be a real warming bottle for certain.
Yeah, I think that will be a perfect bottle come later in the year. Like, that's a fall pour. That's a Thanksgiving pour if I ever had. That's meant to go with your sweet potato pie. All right?
There you go.
100%.
Hey, but if you're looking for value, about the same price, but you're getting 50 milliliters more than 2025.
There we go.
I mean, it's a marked difference, yeah.
All right, folks, there you have it. We just did the 2025 and the 2026 Star Hill Farms, and I think the results were kind of inconclusive.
They're both delicious.
Very good.
That's the result.
Yes, and from a 2026 standpoint, the one we actually reviewed, we did give it a 4, which is pretty good.
Quite good.
Means buy it.
Pretty darn good.
Buy it back up.
I'm going to.
Very good. But we appreciate you tuning in to another episode of Spirit Filled USA. And until we gather again,
We're within spirit.
cheers.
Cheers, friends.